So I've been writing a lot the last month and shooting videos a lot the last month about mentoring. And some of you may be asking, how in the world do I find a mentor? And so I just want to describe a process that you can use to begin cultivating a relationship with someone who might want to mentor you. Now, this is specifically for people who are involved in disciple making movements, but I'm sure that you could use these principles in cultivating a mentoring relationship with someone else as well. Number one, go and read everything they write, and watch every video, attend every webinar, read a book if they wrote one, and start making notes and implementing what you read. Okay, and what you've experienced, what you've seen, because I make a lot, and a lot of people I know make a lot available for free online. And if somebody comes out of the blue and tells me, hey, I want you to be my mentor, the first thing I'm going to do is, have you read any of the stuff, and are you doing anything with all of the stuff that's available to you at free or low cost? And if you're not, then you're probably not, it's probably too early for me to want to mentor you because you've not yet demonstrated to me that you're an active learner and that you can take what you learn and begin to apply it. The next thing is, as you apply those things, the things that you've learned, then you're going to have questions. And those questions are going to be different from somebody who's just doing it from head knowledge. Now, it's okay to ask head knowledge questions too if you need clarification, but the clarification should always be with the focus of application. Okay, so if your questions come from application and you ask them, then it's going to catch my attention because you're one of the few people out there, and trust me, there are very few, who actually went after the information, started doing something with them, and you'll ask a different level of question from anyone else. Those are the kind of questions I love replying to. So send me an email or a Facebook message with the one question, and chances are I'm going to answer in an email right away, or I'll reply in an email with the purpose of setting up a Skype conversation to really go in depth. And that's where the relationship begins. But it doesn't just stop there. So you're going to you've sought out the information, you've applied it, you've developed questions from your application, you've asked those questions. I've set up a time to reply and to talk with you about how to change behavior or implement things differently. And then I want you to feed back to me what you've done with the information we discussed and what's applied. Now, it doesn't have to have worked. I just want to know that you've done something with it. In fact, if there is imperfection, implementation is okay as long as there's implementation. And so those are the kind of things that I look for. And you come back and send me an email and say, hey, Paul, I tried that thing. This is what happened. It either worked or it didn't work. Do you have any further suggestions? That's going to lead to another Skype or another email, and we're going to have some more interchanges there. And I would, as you learn more, as you participate more, then what's going to happen is you get a place in my mind as a doer and as a leader. And that way, when other opportunities come up, like I've got a book club coming up, you might be one of the first people that would receive an invitation to that, because you're the kind of person that I would want to be around, that would be worth investing in. Over time, as you come back with more and more implementation questions, you're learning, I'm learning from you, and then you might come back with something a little bit more personal. Paul, how do you juggle your family life and doing disciple making movements? What role does your wife have in this? And that becomes more personal, and so then I might open up to you, and that's the first time I give you a piece of trust. And if you keep the confidence, if you implement stuff, if you share how you've done it and whether it's worked or not with that little bit of trust, that vulnerability, then that moves the relationship into a next level. And so you've gone from visioneering through reading stuff and training, which you've encountered and been implementing, into an informal coaching. You move from informal coaching to more formal coaching. You move from informal mentoring to then maybe I'll approach you and say, it might be good if we met on a monthly basis. I'd love to help you out with some of these issues. I see a lot in you, and I would love to be your mentor. Or you might come back to me and say, Paul, we've been discussing a lot of things, and I think it'd be awesome if you could take the next year and mentor me and help me become a better leader of leaders, because I don't want to get held back. If you did all of those things, then that would catch my attention and would put you further up on my radar of people that I would like to be involved with, that I would love to learn from, that I could see as my peer, one day when you get the experience, and that it would be great to run this race together. So that's just in a nutshell what I would do, what I would love to have someone do if they were seeking me out to be their mentor. And I think from listening to other people, other leaders, a process like that or something similar might benefit them as well.